CCOM is a place where anyone can come to, whether you have a problem with substance abuse, loneliness, depression, if you need canned goods, if you need clothing, whatever the need is, we're there for you. It doesn't matter what race you are, what your income is. We accept you just where you are. We meet you where you're at and try and pour something into you that will help you grow.
Well, I mean, I went through a divorce, and I was still hurting about that, and drinking and sniffing dope, and just a mess, and I just felt like giving up, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like nobody loved me, I was just a mess.
I was always yearning for special attention, and I don't know why it is that I wanted it so badly, and unfortunately I grew up with all these other behaviors. I started using at such a young age, and normally, you're growing up from 12 years old, you're still learning, and I was learning all these bad behaviors. I wasn't still at home getting taught by my parents and getting taught in school and getting taught by mentors and by positive people. I was learning things in the street.
I'm basically getting into relationships that I had no business getting into. I think that was one of it brought emotional consequences, those type of things, and or allowing the loneliness or take a root of some bitterness, and it just struggling to okay, I need to learn how to trust God in all areas, including that area, in relationships.
My addiction brought me to a very, very desperate place in my life.
My brother had called me from a shelter, and Pastor Peyton had ministered there. And so I was very reluctant. I said, he asked me to go to church, if I would take him to church. And I was kind of aggravated because I was like, you're going to go from crack to Christian? What's going on?
I saw something in him that really attracted me. I saw he was authentic. He was able to talk to me that I could relate to him, and I saw something in him that I wanted. So that brought about question in my mind. Well, how do I get what he has? How do I become successful? It looks like he's very whole and complete. At that point in time, I was very broken, very incomplete all around, and so that sparked curiosity in me.
This is an awesome place, man. If you're serious about getting right with God and getting yourself right, CCOM is the place to be, because they'll help you. You know what I'm saying? And when I first was coming here, just so broken up, and like I said, I didn't know what to do, And as soon as you walk through the door, man, the love that they show you, and that hope.
There was a person there who I was in there with, Tyrone, and he was coming to CCOM, and he would talk about church all the time. And he would talk about how he was living at the shelter, and the only way that he survived being at the shelter was because he would read the Word, and he would go to church. He would come to the Jericho house. And I thought to myself, I wonder what it's like over there. I remember thinking, I wonder what it's like over there. And so when Peter mentioned the volunteer thing, I said to him, what goes on over at that Jericho house? And he said, you know what? I think that'd be a great place for you to go. Let's call Michelle. My life has been amazing ever since that happened. It's like I feel like the hugest weight has been lifted off my shoulders. You know, like, every time I walk into this building, I feel like I'm home. I get love everywhere. Everyone is happy to see me.
There's something that attracts me to here. And, you know, as I watch it, how people demonstrate love, and how I think what I had, one of the needs that I had was to feel as if I was with family. And I had that sense, you know, just to be close to people, be accountable, you know. So it kept bringing me back, and I started watching, okay, this is the real deal. They just don't talk about serving others. They don't talk about loving. They really do that.
In encouraging others to a better quality of life, we offer courses for people in the community to get to either learn a new trade or a new skill, or brush up on what they already know, to bring them from maybe the mindset of I can't to maybe I can. We had a student come in the first day of class. I asked them to tell me a little bit about themselves. She said, she gave me her name, and she said, I'm a cashier. That's who I am. And I said, that's who you are? And she said, yeah, that's who I am. I'm a cashier. I said, I'm sure you're a lot more than that. And she kind of gave me this look, you know, like, I guess, you know.
The Discipleship House is a transitional living program, up to 12 months for men 18 years and older that are looking to transition back into society from a long-term program. What we look to do is to build the bridge of hope. CCOM is a ministry of broken people. A ministry that has experienced the love of Christ. CCOM is a ministry that wants to share the hope that God has put in our lives with other people, and wanting to help people, wanting to meet people right where they're at.
It's a place of healing. It's a place where God meets you where you are, and then brings you to the place that He wants you to be.